Hey everybody, welcome back. Uh, well, that was a fun week. um, yeah, the week was a very challenging one for me this last week, guys. Um, I really don't even feel like recording that much right now. At the same time, I want to continue doing it, kind of thing, to keep it in a pattern. So I wanted to change it up a little bit, do something different, because I'm tired of caving. I really don't have a lot of need for it, because surprisingly, in this situation I'm in, you really don't need to go caving. Um, yeah, I guess it's kind of valuable to get better tools, but for the most part, if you really just have patience and time, you can survive up surface side pretty easily. You may notice I got cows. I went ahead and brought one of. I found the cow that we found last week. He was still there, so I brought him up here. Oh yeah, I got food. That's why they're all trying to eat. Yeah. Anyway, so I've got a bunch of cows, and I brought one over from my base back on the main continent area that we play on normally, because I could not find one around here. We killed all the I just had no luck getting another cow on this island, and I even went out that way, and searched a ton. There's like a huge snow cold or biome out that way, and yeah, it didn't do very well. So that was getting kind of annoying. Um, anyway, so I brought one over, bred this, grabbed a couple of pigs so we get this. Basically, I'm going to use them as a food supply. So, yeah, I mean, that's really the only reason I need the pigs. And then obviously they're going to give me some food too. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is cut this right now and come back when it's daylight, because building at night is just kind of a pain in the butt. So, I'll be back here in just a minute, guys. Okay, guys, we're back. So, sun's back up, and so we got food supplies, we have leather. Going over what last week's progress was. The 15 miles, I will openly admit I could have easily done it. Or I can't say easily, I could have done it. I should have done it. The big problem with this last week really came a lot down to mental preparedness. I struggled a lot to be in a state of being willing to work out. I would say some of it was kind of an attribution to the depression that I deal with, kind of thing, which is part of why I'm getting healthier, because it makes it easier to balance, the chemicals in my brain and have less issues. So that was definitely a problem. That being said, water-wise, I didn't technically hit the 15 glasses a day. The whole goal for the water exercise was that the whole being dehydrated, you end up eating, trying to get hydration out of it, stuff like that. After the last 2 weeks, I've gotten to the point where I drink a lot of water. I mean, I drink religiously. I really haven't drank that much alcohol. I have not drank all that much soda, though the last couple days I've drank a little bit more on the root beer side, but I've just kind of taken the last couple days off of just about everything, to be honest. We're getting ready to hit season 3 on contingency, starting next weekend. So it's kind of the wind down stage. I've really just kind of taken time to relax and enjoy life a little bit, because I knew I was going to come back and hit everything very hard. I'm going to be very active, and that applies to a lot of things I'm going to be active about. So as far as I'm concerned, even though I didn't hit the numerical goal for the water, I'm going to call that goal a success, because quite honestly, the whole goal was to make sure I was hydrating, to make sure I was taking care of myself and getting plenty of water, and I'm doing that. I mean, it's the point where, one of the things you can find out, if you're dehydrated, is to check the color of your urine. Yeah, I'm good. It's basically like I'm peeing water at this point. So I'm very well hydrated, and I like drinking water, and have no problem getting the water down. And I'm going to call that goal good, because over 2 weeks now, I've really done good. It just tends to be when I'm at home that is the worst times for me. So I'm not too concerned about it, because when I'm at home, I also eat less, and I do less. Like, I'm much more inactive when I'm at home on the weekends. That will be changing, obviously, but until that point, I don't need to worry about super hydration. The other goal was sleeping this week. I did not hit the technical number goals, like when I wanted to be asleep by. mostly because of hockey playoffs, which unfortunately Colorado lost, which is a good and bad thing. It sucks because I was really happy for my team to suddenly actually be relevant again. It's been a while since they've been relevant, and well, they lost. So the good news is, since it's a West Coast team or a Western Conference team, their games were starting at like 9:30, which ran really late into the night and made it a lot harder on me. And I'm not punishing myself for playoffs, because when it comes down to it, I always, that's the time of the year where those sports matter, and they, something special. So they're out, which means that I don't have that problem. Now I still have the local semi-pro hockey team that's in, but there's really not a lot of following to that, and obviously, those games are going to be more in my time zone. And also, the Miami Heat are still in. Again, usually, or that's going to be in my time zone as well. So I don't really have too much of a problem with those two, and I don't see, and especially since basketball games tend to, go pretty quickly. They don't drag out. Neither do hockey games, fortunately. But like in basketball, usually, it's pretty quick for those to be finished, kind of thing. The end of the game can drag, but for the most part, they go quick as a whole game. So sleeping wise, I did good. I didn't, I was up a bit later on Friday night after the stream, but that's just because I was kind of actually taking care of some stuff. So I'm going to consider that a win. I'm still going to really focus on it this week. I'm not going to set it as a goal, but I think I got it through well enough that I really want to continue protecting it, making sure I get the rest. There were a couple days last week where I was actually getting up 7:30 kind of thing. Now the trick is just to get me to actually do something at those times. The really cool thing is, man, I feel much more like I get a lot more done at that hour because there's nothing else going on. So, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and count that as a win. So last week's win, we had the tunic for the exercise goal. Then we had the pants for the water for this week. And I'm going to go ahead and use the other goal upgrade as sword tool, or the sword upgrade. So since I have stone, so I'm going to finish this sword off because there's no reason to really keep it around. But basically, I am now going to be on stone level swords, so that gives me those right now. Obviously, I still need to upgrade these, and I still need to upgrade these before I can go to the next level. So here in maybe the next couple weeks, I'll be able to get through all the tier 1 stuff, which is really, really cool. So, getting on to point, since I'm not going mining, I'm going to go ahead and expect 15 miles out of myself this week again. And I fully expect to do it, and honestly, I'm probably going to try to go for more. I'm really feeling better. I guess I should cover the weigh-in, too, while we're going over it before we move on. I weighed in today at 279.8, which is back down, which is really good because, and this is probably what triggered the depression a bit, or what hurt me last week, is not only did I regain all my weight when I weighed in last week, which sucked, man, and now guys do realize water weight, all that stuff, your weight will fluctuate kind of thing if you're losing weight. It's frustrating, but overall, long term, your weight should go down. But it really, really hurts when you weigh in, have gained everything back, then the next day you weigh in and you're 2 pounds heavier than what you were before. I was at 284 last Monday morning, and that really hurt. It really, really hurt. So, yeah, I really think that had a lot to do with what really just kind of started my week off really bad. Gaining the weight didn't feel good. Gaining weight really hurt. So, I went ahead and I went and exercised on Monday and Wednesday, and really just took the rest of the week off because I just mentally wasn't there. But on Wednesday, I took down my 3-mile time down to 52 minutes and 48 seconds, I believe, or something like that. So I'm already decreasing my time. My first 3-mile was Monday night, and I did it in 57 and a half minutes. Then 52 and a quarter, or sorry, it was 54 and a quarter, 3/4, something like that, I think, for the Wednesday run. So I'm going to keep working on trying to move faster, and I'm feeling better. I'm not hurting afterwards as much. So I'm starting to, my body's responding very quickly and very well. So very happy about that. Now, on to what we're going to do today, and I'm going to do this more probably in quick little segments kind of thing because I'm not a good on-screen builder. I guess I really should have been doing this while I was just running around doing nothing there. Basically, the plan is I'm going to start building my first little shack. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to level this out through what I want to do is level it out to here. Then I'm actually going to put a retaining wall here and then drop it down to probably this level right here, I think. And then I'm going to build a nice little house here to get started and everything. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and terraform this, guys. And then when I'm done terraforming, I'll go ahead and lay out the floor pattern that I'm wanting to use. And then I'll go ahead and, you know, get back on camera and we'll chat and see where we're at, guys. So I'll see you in a few. Okay, guys, we're finally back. So I got my retaining wall done, which I did this on season 1 when we went by Vibecraft back in the day with the tree farm. We cut out a huge chunk of hill and put up a retaining wall. So I kind of did the same thing here, got this filled in, and I've outlined the idea of what I'm wanting to do for the house here. Now, hopefully we'll have enough stuff to be able to pull this off, but I think that's about right. I've already built this kind of on creative because I'm not one of those guys who can just kind of freelance build these things. And it looks decent. I wouldn't say it's a great build or anything, but, you know, I really tried to upgrade some of the concepts I was doing with it, so hopefully you guys will like it. I think what we're going to do today is really just build the first floor, and then we'll come back later and work on the roof and the second floor that I'm going to plan on building on this thing. But the thing we're going to go over a little bit this week, yeah, let's see. I'm really bad at building and talking because I'm like trying to think, even though this is the stupidest process in the world. So this week, I don't really know how I'm going to measure this as a goal. Just simply because I gotta watch this because I'm on feather falling boots, so I'm not used to being able to, you know, only do a little bit at a time like this, and then I take damage. But basically, let's see. This week we're going to focus really. I'm going to start tracking my diet. So basically, I guess the goal will be that I will track completely everything that I eat for this week and, you know, post it on my FitnessPal or whatever kind of thing. So that's going to be the goal. Now, a little bit added to that goal is that, you know, it's not just like, oh, hey, look, I tracked this stuff and boom, I got it done. Which, I mean, to some degree, that's a win because that raises your awareness of what you're eating. So that it's not terrible, but it's not exactly how I want to go about it. I don't know if I need that many stairs, but oh well. So that's going to be the goal, is that each day I fill out my food diary, not just my water kind of thing. So I'll be tracking my water still, just like I have been, but I'll actually be tracking my food on there as well. Well, we might actually... Ooh, that tree grew. Cool. I just planted that one a little bit ago after I chopped one down that was that size. Shouldn't I have taken damage from that? Oh, I'm not going up high enough. I was supposed to say, wait a minute. So, yeah, that'll be our goal, is to track the food along with the water, which will be kind of cool. Start placing these down. Let's see. This one's actually going to be a little bit different because this is where our entrance is going to... Actually, I guess I am probably going to end up needing all those stairs because I'm going to use quite a few in these. When it comes to my diet, one of the things I'm really kind of focusing on, and when I say diet, I'm not talking like, oh, like, you know, the typical South, like, I think it's South Beach, Atkins, you know, all these like kind of, oops, you know, what people call quote-unquote fad diets, even though they've been around for a lot longer than people realize. They just aren't known publicly, so I guess it kind of fits the fad concept. But and, you know, a lot of people just, I guess, really tie in diet as a negative thing. When I speak of diet, I'm just talking simply about, you know, it's really not even changing. It's just simply focusing on what you're eating and you know, paying attention to it and addressing it kind of thing. It's not some specific thing. Like Atkins is strictly low carb kind of concept. Personally, I believe in low carbs, and what carbs you get, you probably should get from it. Oh, I was going to say, wow, that's too perfect, because I thought that was exactly what we needed. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to chop down a tree, because this ain't going to be enough. And that light's going to, or that, it's going to turn night on us. That sucks. And we're going to need, I'm going to go make another one of these just in case, but I think 2 of them should take down that whole tree, but just to be safe. So, really, like, with my diet, the way I want to change things is I would like to eat a lot more fats, your heart health. So, in general, just a good thing to have. I'm really hoping I got enough area lit up around here that we don't have too many problems. But my big concern being zombies, because they can probably just freaking pathfind right up the stupid tree I've dug, or I've chopped down. But, so I would let, like, the way I break my diet down is right around like a, I think it's like 40% fats, 40% protein, and 30%, or excuse me, 20% carbs. I already know off the bat the carb sources I'm going to have are not going to be good carb sources, simply because that's just not really something I've gotten in the habit of buying at the store yet. So I know that's already going to be something I'm not going to like, and it'll probably end up being higher than I want to. That being said, I'm really looking forward to kind of returning to this diet, simply because when I was on this, and everybody thinks fats are just horrible for you kind of thing, or unhealthy, yada yada yada, and I really can't stand that mentality that one thing is just horrible for you. Like, even carbs, they do have value kind of thing. Like, carbs are very important for your brain, so, you know, you kind of have to have them and use them. So, oh, that guy's gonna be a jerk. What sucks is we're high enough up that it'll do substantial damage if he decides to snipe me off of this thing. I see lots of skeletons around our base. That is not good. Well, we got plenty of food, so we might have to kind of hunker down a little bit, but we're going to try to get as much of this tree chopped down as possible while we're here. Really hope we don't get smacked around too much. Oh, good lord. I'm a little bit nervous because I'm not really looking as to where they're at, so I don't know when it's coming. But anyway, so higher fats, good fats kind of thing, and trying to keep a lower carb diet and high protein. Protein really is good for, you know, if you're working out and trying to recover. So that's a big reason why I'm kind of like that. Oh, dang it, I didn't realize I didn't light this area up. Okay, so there's that. I don't have my bow on me. Oh, creeper could be a problem. Whew. I didn't really think he would have blown up if I didn't. I got really lucky there. Whew. Anyway, so protein really good for recovering. I really probably should have incorporated that more early on in my diet. I'm going to go ahead and chop these trees down since they're right here in my way anyway. Eventually I'll regrow a bunch of trees and kind of fill this area back in a little bit more wildlife, but until then I'm just going to go ahead and kind of clear out this area a little bit. And I'm replanting a little bit too. Like I said, that tree we just chopped down, that was planted by me, so after I chopped a tree similar to it down. So I'll let these come down and give me more saplings, and I'll go take care of that. But anyway, so I think what I'm going to do, guys, well, I guess I can try to build while we're sitting here talking, because it's not too bad. But I gotta remember how I did this. I think it was something like this. Yeah. Though these spots really don't matter, so I don't need to waste putting wood here, because you're not going to see this anyway. But so this week we're going to be focusing on the diet, getting more fats, more proteins, less carbs, especially junk carbs. Today probably not going to be ideal, simply because the girlfriend and I are going to be going to O'Charlie's and We've already eaten breakfast, and I really didn't like dig into it today. I'm going to track everything still because there's just no reason to not track it, because it helps me be aware of just really how bad some stuff can be for you when you're eating it. Okay, there's a zombie over there now. Great. Come here, you jerk. So today's probably not going to really be a good diet, and ultimately there's no real loss to this weekend or this week. Like, there's really no way, as long as I record my stuff, there's no losing. It'll help me really get my head around just how much bad stuff I'm eating. Now, that being said, there's a lot of, like, I just ate out a little bit less this week and ate in more, so I stuck to more homemade foods and less processed stuff. So, it looked like a skeleton there for a second. So, how did he... Oh, they're coming from all the way over there. Ah, lovely. Come on, you jerk. Let's just kill you and get it out of the way. Okay. So, dang it, see, now I've completely lost my train of thought. Oh, so even eating in a little bit less and staying active to a degree, even though I wasn't as active kind of thing, you know, I've started to feel it kind of thing. I feel, when I'm walking, I feel stronger when I walk kind of thing. Like, I walk a little bit quicker naturally kind of thing. And I've seen the progress, obviously, on the treadmill. And I actually had to recently buy shorts for work because the shorts I had were... like, I had to go big because the stuff I used to have didn't fit because I got, you know, even fatter over the winter. And, you know, I'm sitting there like, I think I had like 48s or something like that. And, you know, damn, that sucks. Like, to realize you're that big, that's depressing. So, you know, I had to deal with that. And the cool thing about that, though, is that I've already... Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I already, like, those are already starting to feel loose on me. Like, I already am going to have to start considering, like, getting a belt for those because they don't fit. Like, they're starting to fall off when I, like, bend over and everything. It just starts, you know, coming off. I'm like, holy crap. So, really nice to see that and feel that. The scale obviously reflects it, too. So, you know, changing the diet just a little bit like that has helped. I can't imagine, you know, if I really start getting active on it again like I used to be, how much more I'm going to notice that kind of thing. So I'm starting to notice the effects are starting to kind of stack on each other, which is a good thing. So, you know, that's going to be the focus for this week is the diet, which now I got to figure out how I'm going to get out of here because I didn't really think about that very well. I'll just break my way out real quick, throw that back down. Okay. So... And actually, I probably could have just stayed in there because I'm going to need to do this anyway. Oh. We'll start over here so I can at least recollect those here in a second. So we're going to put on our flooring real quick. Now, eventually there will be a basement. Oh, where did this jerk come from? Come here, jerk. Okay. Cool. So there's going to eventually be a basement down here where all the storage and stuff will be. That shack will become like the outdoor tool shed or something like that kind of concept. Go ahead and fill these little areas in here. Did I pick up? Oh, I did. Oh, I had enough slots open. Okay, I see. Anyway, so really looking forward to that kind of stuff compiling. I think what I might do in the future is if the running goes easy this week and I get my mileage in as much as I'm expecting kind of thing, what I may do is starting next week, I may switch up the values of some of the stuff and make it into values like based on doing other stuff like push-ups. I would like to do pull-ups, but unfortunately I don't really have a way to do a pull-up here. I don't want to use one of those like bars you attach to like the door frame because it tears your door frame up a bit. And it's my grandparents' house, so I really don't want to do that to their house. Like sit-ups, stuff like that. So I'm probably going to start adding that kind of stuff in here soon. But there's that. Huh. Came up to a nice even number too. So now we have our flooring installed, which I did this partially because I kind of like how this stuff looks. So I'll go ahead and throw in the little details here, which actually I'm going to have to set up a crafting bench in here anyway, so that needs to be done now. So I'll throw that down there. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to do one of these little sections, and I think what I'll do is I'll do the doors here and show those on camera, and then I will do the little section here, or yeah, this section here, and then this section here, I think. Oh, whew, Enderman creeping me out looking through one of those pillars. Anyway, so let's go ahead and do the crafting that I need to do, which I've got so much extra crap in my inventory. I'm going to go offload it real quick. I really don't know what much to say. There's a lot of different ways of how to approach getting healthier and eating healthier and all that kind of stuff. Yep, glitch. Let's see. Oh, I want to throw stuff in the chest. That's why I came here. Dirt goes in the chest. That can go in there and repair. That goes in there. That. Don't need the gravel right now. What I'm going to do is actually put a little gravel path here, and then I'm going to run one down here to the side to go to my house, and then one up here, and a little one here, stuff like that. So I'll probably do that off camera, and that's how I'll probably wrap it up. But the first thing I'm going to do real quick is show you guys how I plan on doing this. And this definitely isn't anything super fancy or great looking, but I kind of like how it looks, so I'm going with it. I don't think I need any more wood logs right now, so we should be good on that. So make some steps here, and then we'll also make some slabs, not a bunch of plates that I don't need. Okay, so for the corners, I'm basically thinking about doing this, I believe. Okay, we'll be right back, guys. Hold on a second. Okay, dang it. I actually had it right the first time. So annoying. Ah, good lord. Okay, break that out. There we go. So that is how that'll be. Now, there's also going to be these fence posts in there too, which, I mean, I kind of like it because I don't really like the idea of just having it just nothing there kind of thing. And I kind of liked how it looked on the main wall for spawn and everything. So I went ahead and incorporated it. This section, it kind of looks a little derpy because of that. So really, this is probably one of those times where if I'd thought ahead, I could probably have really pushed this forward, kind of tweaked that out a little bit, and pushed this out, tweaked it out a little bit. I don't know how I would have pulled it off in this corner, since I can't really push it out without it looking kind of weird that way. Anyway, so, well, I guess really what I would have had to have done, probably extended that way 1 block, and that would have probably I basically had to thicken the whole building one more layer, and that just, nah, it's not worth it. I'll deal with a little bit of derpiness, but it is a quick way into the building if I need to, and a quick way out. Not that I'm really going to need that. And I plan on securing the island more, so I really am not too concerned about mobs. Eventually I'll actually close up the caves a little bit so they can't just walk out of the caves. But anyway, back to what we're doing here. So we'll slap that down there, there, and then do this, and then come out here with another stair, do this, and then we'll come over here and ding, 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 just like that. So I'm basically going to do that here all the way around. The corners are going to look like this. Now, as for how the door is going to look, let's see, there's that, and then, nope, that's not what I wanted. I'll actually make a couple doors really quick. I want to try to wrap this up. I didn't really plan on this being this long of an episode, which really sucks because, honestly, like, I know the longer the episode, the less people are going to be interested. Maybe it'll be a little bit different since there's some building in here, not just some typical boring mining kind of concept, but we'll see about that. Dink, dink. So we'll slap that there. Then we'll have that there. You there. Okay, and then we'll have another door there. So what we'll need is that. Go over here, make another door really quick. Now, if you notice, I'm putting these in here. This is the zombie-proof doors, just because that's just an annoying part of the game to me. Like, I really don't care for the whole zombies can break your doors down kind of thing. That, if it were just zombies, that wouldn't bother me so much. But the fact that, you know, other mobs like creepers could just wander into your base and blow up afterwards kind of thing, that makes me less interested in it being, or that being a part of the game. So, but I do like hard difficulty because it does more damage and makes everything harder. So that gives you the basic idea of what this is going to look like. That is not what I wanted to do. And I'm just going to run that all the way around. I'll do this during the week kind of thing, work on this over time, because I'm not going to do it on camera. And I don't have time to do it anymore because this has already taken a long time getting this prepped today. Then up here in this section of the house, up to here kind of thing, this will be a second story where my room will be. And then we'll have a roof out this way and stuff. So anyway, thank you for watching, guys. So this week's goal, just to refresh, 15 miles, and also record my food for every day of the week kind of thing. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and next week we'll probably go back to a mining episode and maybe mix it up a little bit with some extra exercises besides just running. Well, thank you for watching, guys. You have a good week. Take care.